Regarding his fall, I think the only thing I have to say is anybody can fall.
Of course.
Right? President Tinubu, anybody can miss their step and fall. It can happen to anyone. The reason why we're making a big fuss out of it is because he's the president of the country and because he's much older. Opposition has, criticized this, or they've taken that as a measure of criticism to say he should rather be resting. But the truth is anyone can fall, young or old. If we see through, maybe they talk.
And let me highlight very quickly, the president's job is a tough one, like I've said. Secondly, because of frequent travel, because of frequent dialogue, engagement, and so on, body no be firewood. So a president would either sleep. We've seen even international presidents sleep. We've seen even our own president sleep. They would sleep off at every slightest opportunity they can get so that they can just catch themselves at least a little. The Aso Rock has its own hospital, has its doctor, has everything. But that wouldn't cut it if the president doesn't rest. And then there are calls that, okay, because the president is aged,
that is the main issue.
He might want to reduce his frequent travels, hand it over to the ministers, the vice president too, which, he covers in some spot, but they should do more. Just
to add to that, what you've pointed out, I think the main issue why Nigerians have made a big deal out of it is, one, because there's an anger about the fact that they feel we have geriatric leaders on the continent, not just in Nigeria. We see a lot of them. We can start to go from country to country, talk about leaders who have been in power very recently we had Yoweri Museveni, who's been in power for how many years?
40 years.
So, and then he's gotten in for another term, even though many have criticized the methods in which he won the election. So it's geriatric leaders, and also the fact that travel has been a major criticism, because they say that our leaders always travel, and they worry about the fact that we have to bear the brunt of it because they're spending so much of our resources on these international trips.